Hi guys, and welcome to another of my mushroom hunting videos. I'm Luke from Luke's Mushrooms, and you are watching a video where I pick some black morels today. I arrived to the spot where I found some black morels for previous couple of years, and I simply believed that they must be here. But I almost forgot how difficult it is to spot black morels between the leaves and the plants, as we can see in front of us. So I was slowly walking forward and didn't really see any, so I decided it will be a good idea to crouch or to kneel down. So I'm trying to reproduce what or how I did. So I think I came to this spot and crouched. I noticed the beautiful primroses here, and that's always a good sign of not only the spring itself, but the spring mushrooms as well. Shortly after that, I noticed the first black morel of the season, the first one for me. It's this one. Doesn't look too good, but doesn't look too bad either. Then I noticed a more beautiful one here. Seems like still sleeping in the morning. Then I noticed another one here. Then I turned around to the right side and saw a tiny one behind me. I was looking around, I saw a tiny one further that direction, another damaged one somewhere there. And then I turned around to the left side and spotted this beautiful one. So I will not pick them straight away. I want to take the pictures, which you have seen already, and then I will pick them together with you, of course. Alright, I took the pictures and now I take some of the mushrooms. I will leave the smallest ones, but big ones like this are good to take. And most likely I will not be able to visit this location, for example, in a week, but we'll see. I don't have two fixed plans yet. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago when I discovered this spot, and it was really amazing for me to finally find this species. Beautiful. Last year I recorded some videos here, but it was quite poor. This year, already now, it looks much better. This one will stay here, but I hope I will not step on it. And at least these 4 are going with me. They camouflage so well, you can be right on top of them and not see them. But they are beautiful mushrooms, and if you have seen my previous video with yellow morels, you may compare the shape and colors. This is a black morel. Here is the one I took a picture of. And I will take it now. Funny thing is how many of them you can discover after just staying at the spot a bit longer and looking around. I didn't notice before that there was quite a big one behind the one that I was taking a picture of. So from here we have these three. And I can see more. There is one small one that direction. Another beautiful one is there. But I will not go there right now because I don't want to step on any of those which are in between. So this is the small one I saw further away and decided to pick it. And after picking it I noticed, I think, 4 more. But only after picking it. Here is the second one, a bit deformed shape, but it looks very healthy. Another deformed but quite a big one here. Yeah, beautiful. One perfectly shaped here. And another one is just looking out from under the leaves. I only saw the very top, but in fact it's quite a big one with a long stem. Here is a very tiny one next to it. That one will stay here. All the others which I didn't notice will stay here as well. But I think somewhere that direction there was one more. At least one which I noticed. It could be, of course, even more. But I'm not sure if I will find it again. If you see it once, then look around or look somewhere else for a while. Then you might have difficulties to spot it again, as I'm having right now. So I will look around a bit more and then I will show you what I found. So here I put the previous 5 in the moss. Beautiful view. And I think I know where the next one is. So I will slowly start to move that direction. Now I can already see it, but I stopped just to have a look if I don't see any others. So far I don't. So it's another beautiful one. I think this year I'm very lucky with the timing. I just cannot come here anytime I want. Sometimes I'm more, sometimes I'm less lucky, but today it's really great here. Very happy for that. So it took me a while to just look around again, and I see at least one more. And it is as beautiful as the one which I found previously. So 2 more to the moss. And I put the 2 next to the previous 5, so we have this beautiful Morel and moss view. I'm still moving just in the area few meters by few meters from the starting point to each direction, and I've just noticed something amazing and I want to record it before I even get there. So there is something and I will try to show you what. Again, walking carefully because I don't want to step on any of them. I know there are some of them underneath, but what I see is simply amazing and huge. I think now you can see that too. Look how beautiful black morel and how huge. I've never found such a big black morel before. I don't find them often anyway, but this is a great surprise. I wanted to show you how I uncover it, exactly how I found it. Then I will take some pictures of it, and at the end I will of course take this one. Such a beautiful big one. But in between I will look around and try to find if it does have any neighbors. So just for orientation, to show you where I'm still looking for the morels, here are the prime roses which I found the first morels around. Here is the tiny one which I originally covered. Then I decided to uncover it to not step on it for now. There is the big one which I showed you a while ago. I still didn't pick it. And now I will take you to those which I will pick now. At first I will pick this one. I noticed it when I was taking pictures of the one which I will pick next. So they like to bend like this, probably if they cannot get out from under the leaves or other obstacles. Here is the one which I picked already. Here is the beautiful one which I was taking pictures of. Such a beautiful mushroom. I'm fascinated by this species. And it took me so many years to find it at least once. Then I got more and more luck and found more and more locations for morels. Still not many of them, but more than 0. Here is a one which probably didn't manage to grow from under the leaves, or in this case it's moss. It somehow managed to survive in a shape where I consider it edible, but it somehow got broken, at least partially, at some point. So I think I will build my small base here. We'll leave these four here. And on my right side we have more of them. So I will just choose my strategy. We made one step forward to pick some more of these beauties. They are very spiky, very sharp conical shape. It's a difference to the yellow morels which I was picking last time. Normally I would say this is Morchella conica, but the taxonomy of morels is changing very quickly. Nowadays I think the most precise identification for me is to say that it's from Morchella elata, or I was corrected by a friend that the pronunciation of this species should not be Morchella but Morchella, and I think it makes sense because it's Latin and not English pronunciation of the scientific names. This one is quite tiny, I didn't need to pick it, but I want to pick a few of such perfectly looking small ones for some more pictures. And now let's continue. Also I was thinking a good English name for this species could be elf hats. There are elf cups, that's other fungi, but elf hats, because of the conical shape, sharp conical shape, which I believe the elves could also have in their hats. As you can see, it's plenty of them here, and it's just a lucky coincidence that I notice some of them. You definitely cannot notice all of them, and that's good for everyone, because that means some of them will continue growing here even after I'm finished here. And I've never had such a good find of black morels like today. As I mentioned, it's not such a common species for me. I only know a few places for them in Slovakia, and I only found them once in Czech Republic. So here we have some of them. And I already lost the place where I put the previous four. I will need to search for them again. So I already took pictures of this big black morel, and now I want to take it together with you. I've never found such a beautiful and big black morel. my trophy from today. Maybe there will be more surprises, but even if they are not, today is my record-breaking day when it comes to this black Morel species. In my experience, sharp sun like this makes it usually more difficult to find mushrooms. Fortunately, here in the shadow, I managed to find another beautiful morel. Another of those which decided to bend themselves. But it's still a beautiful and quite a big one. So I cleaned all the morels from this spot and put them at this textile bag so we can have a look at all the beauty. All from just a few square meters. That's amazing. Very good timing today. A lot of luck. In the morning, when I was going to the spot with the black morels, I passed these bushes where I tend to find some early morels or Verpa bohemica. I noticed that one the first. Not sure if you can see it. I think you can. And I didn't want to spend too much time here because I was really curious if the black morels are there. And I already found some of these species this season. So I decided to check this spot only when I will be going back. So now we can have a look at least how many of them I can notice. And maybe I will take some pictures of them, but probably I will not take any of them with me. So here is another one. I can see some more up there, at least 4. Maybe one of them will be good for a picture. Another one. As you can see, they are not in the best shape anymore. They look a bit older, at least most of them. Here is a beautiful young one though, which would deserve a picture definitely. Another one here. Now when I look up, I can see more and more of them. So if enough of them is in a good shape, I will maybe pick a few. But currently I'm very tempted to do some photography here. I think there is quite many of them to choose from. So at the end it seems like some of them look very fresh and good to take. For example, this one. It's looking great. Another smaller one is here. Not too small, but apparently a younger one. So here are those which I consider good enough to take, or at least good enough to show you the difference between these early morels or false morels and true morels. So the difference between the species Verpa and Morchella. So you can see a few Morels on the left side, Morchella, and few early Morels on the right side, Verpa. And in the middle we have them cut in half. You can see the main differences, which are the stem attachment. For Morel, the attachment to the stem is basically on the bottom of the head. It looks like the head is growing just along the stem or the stipe, while for Verpa the attachment is on the very top of the stem and on the head. And the stem and the whole mushroom is hollow for Morchella, while it's not hollow for Verpa. There is something like a cotton material inside. Color and shape can be a bit different for both of these species, but I think the main differences are very well visible in this comparison. So I'm very happy I was able to find both of the species today. So guys, that's all for this video. I hope you liked it, because I did. On top of the beautiful mushrooms I'm taking home with me, I have a lot of pictures and this video. So I'm very happy and I hope you like this video as well. If yes, then please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already, share the video with your friends, check the links in the description below, like my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or the link with the book. Thank you all for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.